Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's Talking Points video for this week's SmackDown. And we started with Sami arriving wearing an Oasis shirt. Kind of grabbed my attention because I'm a Oasis fan as well. Went to see them on their recent tour, as did Sami. And so he's picked up this Oasis shirt. So thought that was kind of interesting. And actually Wrestle Talk pointing it out as well. The show opened, though, if you saw, with Brock coming down, grabbing Michael Cole, looked like he was about to attack him. Corey made the save. Corey ends up eating 2 F5s whilst the crowd were chanting one more time. I mean, if you're Corey, you're going to be a bit disappointed with that. The fans chanting one more time, kind of hoping that Brock was going to do it again. I don't know if that's a reflection of Corey, but I know not everyone likes Corey's commentary. Or if it's just, it's exciting to see a man getting chucked around. So, yeah, don't know where this is going to go, though, right? Brock Lesnar with a message to John Cena. It's D-Day tomorrow, John. I'm coming for blood. Corey Graves has been cleared for a few years, for those wondering. So, a lot of people now speculating, could Corey actually now come into the ring and compete? Is this going to be the start of that? Or was it just a case that Michael was like, I really don't want to take a bump at my age? You know, I've been doing this so long, I'm not at the point where I want to be F5'd, which you could totally understand. And so if Brock is going to dish out an F5, if it ain't going to be Michael, it's going to have to be a security guard, but it'll be a lot more impactful if it is Corey Graves. And yeah, I think it worked. I think it really worked. It's now fueling this speculation about, you know, could Corey return to the ring? Could this be leading to Survivor Series? Could it be that Brock actually joins up with the Vision? Because here we should talk. This was a big moment just after this open where he bumps into Heyman and says, we should talk. Where is this going? A lot of people thinking maybe Survivor Series. Maybe we get Bron, Bronson, Seth, Brock. You know, could that form part of a Survivor Series team? And over on the other side, you know, could it be that Corey actually features? I think if Corey was coming back, he'd have to be in some sort of multi-man match. I think it'd be way too much to ask for Corey to return to the ring and do a singles match after being out for like over 10 years. I mean, last time Corey wrestled, honestly, I don't know. I mean, for me, it's going to be NXT, and you're probably going back to like 2013 sort of time. I mean, it's been a long, long time. So for him to come back and do a singles match, I think that's a lot to ask. If he's going to come back, a multi-person match would make more sense, which is why people are thinking, wondering, Survivor Series. Nick Aldis then arrived. He told the Bronsons not to get involved tonight. And he said not during the contract signing. Of course, they wouldn't, but they did get involved later in the show. Michael was able to compose himself, carry on with the show. Corey, of course, out for the rest of the show, as he should be. The Miz jumped in, took place on commentary. I thought he brought energy. He reminded me a little bit of Pat in that regard because, you know, Pat brings energy. I think Miz is a better commentator, though. I think he's a bit clearer. I didn't find that he just kind of wandered off with his thoughts. Like, I actually think he could do commentary. I think there's a future for him in commentary, but might be best if he went to NXT first, kind of like, you know, did a few years there and then kind of comes back up. I don't know that he can just seamlessly switch over to commentary now, you know. But I don't know. I think there's definitely a future there. He's very clear when he talks, but yeah, the chat was saying he is getting a little over enthusiastic in certain places. So, but for a first time, not bad. I thought he was okay. Right, then we went to our first match. So this was Chelsea and Alba taking on Alexa and Charlotte. Obviously, the tag titles on the line. I don't think much surprise here. The champs retained. Match was okay. It was fine. Backstage, we obviously were trying to sort this out. B-Fab was trying to bring Montez and Dawkins together. And basically, there was like a bit of a show of respect. Montez walked away and there was a bad look in the eye of Dawkins. It sort of looked like he wasn't buying it. And then, of course, Bo Dallas arrives. There was very little reaction to this part. I don't know if they muted the audience or if the audience just didn't care. But you had, like, Bo Dallas just sort of saying he was going to expose the truth and all that kind of stuff. And basically, Montez was about to lay into him. Rowan attacks Dawkins. Then Montez gets laid out as well. So clearly we're not done with the Profits and the Wyatt Six. But yeah, there is tension that's still there as well. So lots going on. I mean, this Open, so much happening. Opening match was good. Brock laying out Corey Graves. Brock going up to Paul Heyman. Then we've got like Bo having a word with the Street Profits, teasing that they could be splitting. Then we had R-Truth trying to sell us the ESPN app, which was a bit cringe, but WWE have got a real history of doing this. When the network launched, oh my God, they pushed the network hard. So many times they were mentioning it, going on about it. Even during matches, like on commentary, they would go on about it. So actually, you know, we haven't really had too much ESPN stuff recently. So we got just a couple of segments here from R-Truth, where he was basically telling the superstars how they can get the app and all this kind of stuff. It was a bit cringe, honestly. Then we went back to the ring and we had Fraxiom. I don't know who Fraxiom were meant to be facing, but they were in the ring ready for a match. And then out came the Vision. They attack Fraxiom. Nick Aldis comes back out. He's like, right, fine. If you want to have a match, have a match. It's going to be Fraxiom versus the Vision. But it's like, who was Fraxiom meant to be facing? Who were they going to be facing anyway? Are they just standing around in Gorilla now going, what do we do? You know? So there we go. This led to a match. And we got some great moments in the match. There's this moment right here. Look at that spear. So he pushed him off. Look, bang! I think we could have got a better camera angle, but yeah, still good. And then that led into the tsunami. And of course, a win for the Vision. As they were celebrating, Paul Heyman grabbed the microphone. He's like, I don't need the bad word of John Cena, rhymes with witch. I don't need John Cena's witch to announce the Vision of the winners, right? So he snatches the microphone. He's bigging them up, says they're going to win at Wrestlepalooza. Then, of course, the Usos interrupt on screen. They're already in Indianapolis, cutting a traditional Usos promo, wrapping it up with Usos Penitentiary. Here's Fade saying the world is healing. They said it. So, yeah, I mean, the Usos just straight back into that groove. Should be a fun match, honestly. Usos against Bron and Bronson at Wrestlepalooza. Right, then we had Nia in, and she mocked Tiffany, and this was pretty fun, actually.
It's TV time! It's TV time! It's TV time! It's TV time!
It's like Tiffany is in the ring, right? So good. So good. But we did get Tiffany. She came out. Jade came out. Nick Aldis had to come back out. And again, a match made for next week. So we know this match was going to be at Wrestlepalooza, but we know that Tiffany has not been cleared recently. Match made for next week, though. Triple threat. Tiffany, Jade, Nia, championship on the line. That's going to be next week's SmackDown. Asuka tweeted this out, a picture of last week of Stephanie and Io signing their contract. Asuka just put in this Kabuki Warriors picture there, so it looks like it's a picture of the Kabuki Warriors. I thought that was pretty fun from Asuka tweeting that out during the show. Then we went to our third match. Not even Carmelo's mom thinks he's him. That's the sign in the crowds. Not even Carmelo's mom thinks he's him. This was our third match, and I believe our final match. I really feel like this was good. up until this point, and this is the best match on the show, right? So we cook, but after this, I feel like the show is just a lot of talking. It's just a lot of video packages. Certainly when we're doing a bit of a retrospective of Cena and Brock, and that's okay. There's places for that. You need to bring people up to speed. This was a go-home show, but yeah, shame we didn't get another match, honestly. Shame we didn't get another match. We used that time to do like go-home show stuff. But this banged. This was our final match, kind of in the middle of the show. Look at this. Carmelo taking the fight to Sami. Blue Thunder Bomb. 1, 2, 3. Sami gets the win. Sami wins with a Blue Thunder Bomb, retains that US title in a great match with Carmelo Hayes, and you lot loved it as well. So Sami Zayn retains easily the best match of the night. Backstage, we had Damian wanting to get his hands on Alistair. Kit Wilson was back there of Pretty Deadly. He started to throw some shade at Damian. Damian chucked him through the wall, like grabbed him. I wasn't expecting that. I thought he might punch him or do something, but he like legit just threw him through the wall. Here's Kit Wilson. He said, for a long time, I've been unsure about what to do with my career without a best friend by my side, but I found my reason. There's a disgusting culture of toxic masculinity in this company, and I'm going to change the landscape. I'm going to clean up this locker room, which is honestly quite interesting. I don't know what's happening with Pretty Deadly. I don't know what's happening with Elton Prince. I believe he's out injured. That means that Kit Wilson is at a bit of a lost end. And so what is Kit Wilson going to do going forward? So that's quite an interesting talking point as well, right? Then, obviously, as we said, we had the Brock Cena video package. We also got this, though, that was very good. So, Solo was talking about Tonga Loa, how he is the son of Haku, how he has really been a great asset to Solo. And basically, he says, I let you down. You brought gold to the family, which was so appreciated. And I let you down. And Tonga Loa grabs him and just goes, I love you, Solo. And I wonder if we're just going to sort of reintroduce each member of the MFTs just to try and build them up again and get some momentum going. So, yeah, I actually thought this was a really good vignette. I've not seen this, but apparently next week we've got B-Fab and Michin taking on Kiana and Giulia. I didn't actually see any, like, matches for next week being announced, so other than that women's title match. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be getting this match, women's tag match, but I haven't seen this video.
That evil, conniving, purse-swinging troll is going to be there this weekend. I want to send her home crying. That's what she deserves. That evil...
Okay, TikTok there by Michin. Kiana said deserves. Is that a threat? So there we go, match made for next week. Then, of course, we got to our main event. There was only about 10 minutes left in the show. So this felt rushed, felt like they needed more promo time. But here we go, Drew sending a message out saying, thank you, Cody. It's now coming up to nearly 250,000 views. That only being tweeted 32 minutes ago, live on SmackDown. Lately, the Scottish Warrior has been a keyboard warrior. Cody was like, take your phone out, send a message. This is what you're good at. And Drew actually did, which I was really surprised at. Like doing what Cody was telling him to do. But I wasn't expecting him to tweet out, thank you, Cody. But he is thankful because he believes he is just 24 hours away from being the new WWE champion. WrestleVotes is like dark mode is better than light mode, and I didn't even notice this because I have dark mode, so to me that's just normal. But people noticing that actually Drew uses dark mode as well. So can I put my finger behind the phone? Dude, how am I doing that? How am I even doing that? That is sick. Magic. So there we go, dark modes for Drew. And yeah, a Claymore, and he stomped on his head as well. Drew stands tall over Cody ahead of their title match at Wrestlepalooza. So there we go. I think this show had a lot of stuff in the early stages. I think the match in the middle is amazing. Loved it. I don't think it was as good as the Rey Fenix match, but I still enjoyed it. Back end, lots of talking. Lots of video packages. Certainly that quite lengthy John Brock retrospective that I personally could have done without. But I like Corey getting murked at the start. I think that's intriguing. Brock speaking with Heyman is intriguing. The match in the middle was good. I think, all things considered, certainly when you remember this was a go-home show, I think they did very, very well here. So I probably am a little more excited for Wrestlepalooza following this show as a result. So got to say, job done. So there we go. Those were the talking points coming out of this week's SmackDown. Join us tomorrow. We will be live 4 hours before Wrestlepalooza begins. We're going to be talking all things WWE and then going straight into Wrestlepalooza, reacting to whatever goes down. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.